On Wednesday, 27th of April, spokesman from Indonesia, the world's largest palm oil producer, announced that they would be expanding their palm oil export ban on exports of crude palm oil and other palm oil products, causing uncertainty in the global food oil market. Speaking at a briefing on 27th, Indonesia's coordinating minister for economic affairs claimed that the export ban would be extended to cover crude palm oil, refined palm oil, and cooking oil. The announcement reversed his statement on the 26th that the ban would be only limited to exports of refined palm oil. It was reported that the ban would continue until the price of cooking oil in the country is reduced to 14,000 Indonesia rupiah per liter. The price of cooking oil in Indonesia has risen by more than 40% since the outbreak of the Russo-Ukrainian War, and now costs an average of more than 26,000 Indonesia rupiah per liter, causing several street protests against the skyrocketing price. In terms of production areas, Indonesia is the world's largest producer of palm oil, accounting for 60% of global palm oil production. In terms of exports, Indonesia and Malaysia together contribute for more than 90% of global palm oil exports. Palm oil is also very widely used in food manufacturing, in producing beauty products, and as biofuel. From the historical price we collected from Wind Financial Terminal, it is clear that after the ban policy has been announced, the price of palm oil futures has risen from 1,100 Chinese yuan per ton to more than 12,000 Chinese yuan per ton in 3 days. Given the price has already increased steadily since the end of 2021. Hundreds of Indonesian smallholder farmers staged a protest on the 17th of May in the capital Jakarta and in other parts of the country, demanding the government end a palm oil export halt that has slashed their incomes. From a statement from the many smallholder farmers groups, it is believed since the export ban, price of palm fruit had dropped 70% below a floor price set by regional authorities. Independent farmers are not protected by the floor price, which is fixed through an agreement between mills and large-scale cooperatives. Spokesman from the group estimates that at least 25% of palm oil mills have stopped buying palm fruit from independent farmers since the ban started. With such poor prices, farmers are hesitating to even harvest, he said.
And now I'm going to give out some literature reviews, which contain some major thoughts and predictions from other sources. First of all, let's see the impact of Russian and Ukraine war. World Bank had predicted on 26th of April 2022 that spikes in food and energy prices exacerbated by the Russian-Ukraine war could continue until the end of 2024 due to trade and production disruptions, with energy prices likely to remain high and jeopardize economic growth. Russia-Ukraine war has risen the price of natural gas in Europe. Since the main export of natural gas is from Russia, the shortage of natural gas will increase the industrial expense of all kinds, which will lead the rising of goods price. The crisis has significantly crippled the Russian supply chain. The war between Russia and Ukraine is exacerbating supply and demand tensions, damaging consumer sentiment, and is threatening global economic growth. The entire global economic will feel the effects of slower growth and faster inflation. Let's go back to see the other effect, the adjusted inflation expectations and worldwide recession. Reports from World Economic Forum show that economists are adjusting their inflation expectations, and many economists expect for on average real wages. Since the pandemic of COVID, governments from all over the world have been printing money. Experts have been giving obvious view that inflation rates will keep on a high level during a long period of time. Federal Reserve from US has announced to increase interest rates to avoid inflation in US. Several governments such as UK and Japan announced right after Federal Reserve's announcement. Economists have been concerned about this action. Assumptions of recessions have been clear in a bigger picture. Combined with high inflation and high unemployment rate, the stagnation and recession have been pointed out to face in the future. The effects of stagnation include a decrease in economic output, a rise in unemployment, reduced job growth, lack of increase in wage for labor, a decline in sales and outputs. Therefore, this phenomenon is considered bad. An increase in the unemployment level results in a decrease in consumer spending power. No need to mention that inflation will weaken the real buying power.
We are interested in the price fluctuation of palm oil in Indonesia. We have collected historical data from May 2021 to May 2022, and we will be using the ALMAR and GARC models to analyze the impact of export halt on market price. For the data collecting and sources, we are using WIN to record historical price of palm oil. We have divided the data into two periods, labeling historical price from May 2021 to December of 2021 as stage 1 and January of 2022 to May of 2022 as stage 2. So why do we choose these two stages? We certainly know that during the pandemic of COVID, governments from all over the world has been lowering interest rates and printing massive amounts of money to help stimulate the economy. The effect of massive QE will cause the rising of price on commodities around the world. As a result, we observe that the future price of palm oil has risen from 4,274 yuan in 2020 to 12,796 yuan in March of 2022. Due to the extraordinary pressure of rising price of palm oil, Indonesian government tried to ban the exports of palm oil to supply more domestically to control the price in Indonesia. However, before the policy has been announced, the historical record has shown that the expectation of short supply worldwide.
Hi, I would like to explain our data and our model outcomes. First one is historical price data. Then I will use the historical price data and transform it into the log terms. Then I will use the R Studios and choose the best fit models by the minimal AIC method. Finally, I will show our model outcomes. The historical price data is from the wind, and the data can be divided into two periods. The first period, which is not influenced by the export halt, and the second period, which is influenced by the export halt. This is the formula which we just transform our price data into the log forms. It is the price we transform our price data into the log forms. Then we will use the GACH fit formula to choose our best fit models. It is the data from 2021. And this is the data which is chosen from the 2022. Then we just to summarize our AIC, BIC, SIC, and HQIC. It is the chart from 2021. In this chart, we will find that the ARMOR 00 GACH 11 it has the lowest AIC, BIC, SIC, HQIC. Therefore, we think that this is our best fit models. However, in 2022, we just found that ARMOR 2 GACH 11 it has the lowest AIC. However, it don't have the lowest BIC. Therefore, we just use the minimal AIC as the method to choose our best fit models. Therefore, we choose these models. And it is our basic models of ARMOR 2 GACH 11 model and GACH 11 models. Then we summarized those two models. We found that the alpha 1 it is not larger compared with 2022, while the beta is smaller compared with the 2022. It means that the error from regression is more influenced in 2022. However, the volatility is less influenced by the previous volatilities. So it is our outcomes